Hey everyone, it's Steve with Build This Brick, and today we have a special Election Day Lego build we're going to be doing. This is the brand new White House. It came out this past summer, and it should be a pretty interesting set. They did have a White House edition that came out beforehand, but it's quite a bit smaller and focused on the main building. And this one looks like it's going to be including the whole surrounding campus for the actual White House, which I think is going to be really kind of cool. This is an 18 plus set. It is an architecture set, so it should be pretty detailed, lots of small pieces. And it does have 1,483 pieces. So I think it'll be a decent build, but not an overly long one. And it should create a pretty nice centerpiece to put on a desk or on a bookshelf. So in an earlier video, I did the Capitol building, and that came out really good. It was one of my favorite pieces as far as an architecture set is concerned because of its size, its layout, and all the detail that went involved in it. And I really think this is going to be a really nice complement to that and really showcasing a lot of the buildings and architecture styles that are presented in Washington, D.C. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside, and we'll get building. Okay, decent amount of bags. It does come with several green plates for a base structure, so it'll be a decent size. The book is actually about half the size as the normal build book as far as the diameter of it is concerned. But it's got a decent amount of pages inside. And like other architecture books, it does look like it has a little bit of information on the White House and the history. So I think it'll be a pretty quick, easy build based off the architecture style that we've seen in the past. But otherwise, there's 6 bags total, and I think this will probably take maybe an hour and a half to get through. So stick around with me, and we'll go through the time lapse, and we'll see you on the other side. And here's the finished product for the new White House. This was a pretty challenging build. Initially going into this, I was a little bit surprised to see that it was an 18 plus model. But when you really get into it, it's a very technical, very small setup. And a lot of the pieces use very unique building techniques. You may often hear the term SNOT. When you're working with Legos, that stands for studs not on top. And a whole lot of the sides and the glasswork of this actually apply to this. And even the chimneys on the top are upside down pieces that fitted with the pegs below the inside the actual building itself. So a lot of interesting techniques. I will say my thumbs took a beating on this just because there are so many small pieces. It tore up my thumbnails a little bit as well. So it is a challenging piece, and there is a lot of repetitiveness to it, but not an unenjoyable amount. I love the final look of it. It's a little bit bigger than the Capitol set, and I'll have a comparison later on, or you might be able to see that on the blog. But it sits a little tall and is fairly wide. It's an abnormal shape, so one side is a little bit longer than the other. But I like that it's kind of broken up and not completely symmetrical. It gives it, a very interesting dynamic. And I believe the older set that came out just focused on the main portion that you normally see, but this actually gives it quite a bit more depth. Shows that there's a lot more going on with the White House overall. So I think that's really cool. The interior and the superstructure built of it, they did a nice little thing where it's comprised of blue and red bricks, symbolizing the two different parties that go into it, which I thought was really cool. They did a pretty even flow of that, I would say, throughout. So they're not taking any sides, which I thought was kind of cool. So I would definitely recommend this if you're into the finer art architecture series. It's going to display really nice. I think it's very complementary to the other architecture sets that you've seen out there. And I really enjoy this overall. I think it was a big improvement over the last set. I did not purchase that one, but it was only like 300 pieces, and it was really expensive when I first looked at it because I think it's out of date and could not be sold anymore because they knew this one was coming out. And just as a reminder, it is election day, so make sure you get out there and vote and voice your opinion, whatever side that may be. And, if you happen to win, if your side happens to win, excellent. If not, go out and get this Lego set and take your mind off of what you're seeing on the news, because Lord knows there's a lot going on out there, and it's a lot more fun just to get out there and build some Legos. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments, as well as any sets you would like to see in the future. And happy building. We'll catch you next time. Thanks.